And here we go. Baylor wins the tip in the road grayish-green. We do expect Lukosius to play tonight, coming off the bench after missing the last 2 games with his shoulder. Under 10 to shoot. James a step back. That's a 3.
They can't change their demeanor. They can't change the way they coach. But Wes Miller understood what was best for his team to make that switch and to turn it around. And as a result, he's seen a little bit of success. And you talk about success, Jalen Celestine is a guy who's known as a three-point shooter. Doesn't really have a mid-range game, but the stroke looked good right there.
Well, he started the last 3 games since the injury to a Jonwuna and has been terrific. Here's Mitchell and takes it to the cup with the left hand.
That's such a strong drive right there. You have to know that he wants to get to his left hand. So as a scouting report thing on defense, you got to take away his right shoulder, force him back to his right hand. That's just a little too easy right there.
Back-to-back threes for Celestine. One of a number of Bearcats to miss multiple games this year. They have been injury bitten for sure. As Thomas knocks in the jumper. Tipped. Omer, right place, right time, floats it in.
And that just shows his touch around the rim. The floater right there to not go in against the shot blocker in Bandego. Good touch by Omer.
Bandego, extra pass. Bang from downtown. It's Josh Reed.
And Bandego has gotten so much better at that, catching it in a short roll, not being in a rush, taking his time, surveying the floor to allow the one more opportunity on the backside.
Five to shoot for Love. And Langston Love gets to the cup.
I like this adjustment right here. This 1-3-1 zone is something they practice and shoot around, but we haven't seen it this much in the season.
That was tipped. Here is Nunn. Extra pass. Edgecomb. That's a 3.
And he has not been shooting it good in the last. And that's just great one-on-one defense right there. Jizzle James is a guy who's extremely shifty and can create off the bounce as well as anybody in the country, just like Jeremy Roach can. One-on-one, you have to stay in front of the basketball.
Well, the Duke transfers come off the bench the last 3 games. The loss to Colorado was his best game over that stretch as Skillings cleans it up underneath and puts it in off the window.
And Skillings is starting to find his rhythm. Coach Wes Miller talked to us in shoot-around and said it's all about him doing the little things. When he's rebounding the basketball, when he's playing hard on defense, when he's getting stops and helping his team, being a great teammate, that's when his scoring will evolve and will really come into play.
Back-to-back for Roach.
Starting to feel it. The double cross into the lay.
Edgecomb had it knocked loose by James. Roach rims down a pull-up, and he's saying, keep feeding me the rock.
For you to come off the bench and contribute that way, and for his response to be whatever the team needs, that's the ultimate winning mentality.
That's a big 3 from Tyler Betsy, the freshman from Windsor, Connecticut. Celestine. Omer's second chance, right? Drops in the reload.
They always say second shots always go in. Rob Wright has not been scoring the ball well, only averaging 3 points in the last 2 games. But that's a good rhythm 3 off a Norchad Omer rebound. And you talk about good and in rhythm.
Who snapped their 3.5-year win streak in the SEC earlier on this season. Here is Day Thomas. Mitchell, extra pass. Oh, yeah! Jizzle James.
Here's some great passing right here. This is just a great steal by Day Thomas. And look at this right here. Dylan Mitchell could have went up for the layup, but he passes the ball to Jizzle, and Jizzle.
And Arrington Page. 3 from Mitchell. Puts it down. Jaden Nunn back after missing the Colorado game with an illness. They have been playing 7 or 8, with the 8th getting very little minutes. James' first 3. Over 4 minutes. While Cincinnati has gone on a 9-0 run from downtown for Cimas Lukosius, and a timeout taken by Baylor. He might have gotten some of that from Roy Williams, his legendary former head coach.
What you said Roy Williams was extremely intense. I mean, Roy Williams is all smiles in front of the camera, but apparently he can get intense in practices and in shoot-arounds.
That's the first made field goal for Baylor since the 10-minute mark of this half. And it stops an 18-2 Cincinnati run. Deep 3. Roach the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Picked off by Cincinnati. It's Josh Reed. Spinning. Oh, rejected at the rim by Edgecombe. That is the 8th turnover by Baylor in the first half. Reed a fadeaway. Yes, sir.
Taking away Mitchell's initial move, forcing him into his counter.
They need more of that from Edgecombe. Langston Love getting right into the paint. Kick out to right, and he bangs a 3.
That's great offense. Get into the paint.
You're clear and away #1 team right now.
I mean, I would have to go Auburn, Duke, Houston. I mean, those 3 teams in any order. I mean, those are a bunch of veteran guys who, no matter where they are, no matter what the time and score of the game is, they understand how to make big plays. The trust by Wes Miller for that young man is starting to grow immensely.
Love knocks down a 3. So Omier giving up a lot of room there in the paint. He stays in the game with 3 fouls. And goes right to the cup, puts it off the window. Skillings to the rim. Right, wiggles right around Skillings, left it out. Omier the rebound and goes right up with it, and the foul.
Norchad Omier is just so good at carving out space down low, especially underneath the try.
Omier goes right to work on Cimas Lukosius. And a timeout taken by Wes Miller. He's seen a 13-point lead. First 4, next 4 out category with still room to go. Lukosius off the screen. And the tap back is good by Mitchell.
And that's what happens when Norchad Omier goes out to contest the shot of Lukosius. DJ Edgecombe's responsibility, and his only responsibility, is to keep Dylan Mitchell off the offensive glass.
Inside to Omier, who's now scored the last 3 Baylor buckets.
But they've done a really good job withstanding the runs of Cincinnati.
There's none on the kick out. And Celestine buries a 3, and it's a 1-possession game for the first time since there was 6 minutes left in the first half.
And the offense is so much more fluid. You see that time, swing it, get it to the opposite side, drive the closeout, get into the paint, good things happen.
Thomas trying to shake loose. James with 5. Oh, that's a nifty fadeaway by Jizzle James, who now has 15 for the 6th consecutive game. Love knifing out to Edgecombe. Bang.
Once again, what was that, Matt? Langston Love gets into the paint, kicks out to a shooter in rhythm. That's what's been successful.
First time on the floor tonight. Mitchell buries the pull-up. Here is Wright, defended by Bandego. Edgecombe Steps into a three and knocks it down. He's had a much better second half, now in double figures. And he's hit a pair of threes since halftime.
And I love how B.J. Edgecombe doesn't force the issue. He just lets the game come to him, and he does a good job of playing the right way, shooting when he's open, driving when he needs to, but doesn't force anything. And that's a great drive right there. That's a high-level elite drive by Dylan Mitchell. I mean, talk about somebody showing their offensive versatility for a guy who is not known to be able to get buckets the way that he's done tonight.
Edgecombe has back-to-back from downtown, and it's Baylor's first lead since midway through the first half.
And that is where he has improved the most, to be able to run off a cross screen, a down screen, get his feet set, turn his toe, and knock it down. That's why they're talking about him being a top 5 pick. When you mix his athleticism, his defensive instincts, and the shooting ability that we just saw, easily a top 5 pick.
James, no, and Bandega, the tap back is good. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance.
They have their ups and downs more so than other players because they haven't really understood what it takes on this level to be consistent. But tonight we see him get it going.
Oh, what a putback by Mitchell. Oh, yeah, Jizzle James from downtown. His third three. Less than 10 to shoot. Roach a fadeaway. Oh, that is money in the mid-range from the Duke transfer.
That's just such a tough shot. Jizzle James does a good job of just sitting down, beating him to the spot. He played good defense. It's just better offense right there by Jeremy Roach.
Roach now up to 8 points on 4 of 6. Coming off the bench for the 4th straight game this season. James, no. Rebound, Skillings. Lukosius a three. Oh, yeah! And Love momentarily silencing the crowd of over 11,000 at Fifth Third Arena.
It's a big-time response right there by Langston Love. So good when he gets to his right hand. You have to know that's the way he wants to drive. Force him left.
Lukosius. Heat check three. Mitchell tried to go for the poster and couldn't maintain possession. Roach, kick out. Oh, money from the corner for Jaden Nunn.
You want the ball in Jizzle James' hands.
Game high 18. Instead, it's Thomas from way downtown.
Don't necessarily need a three. However, you have multiple guys out here who can knock it down.
A three from Love. No. Omer the rebound. Edgecombe from downtown. Yes! Back to a two-point game. It is Lukosius to James with 5. James blocked by Omer with 4 fouls. First, he's got to make one. He does not.